about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it.
Business-wise for a long time.
But that's why it's only business. It was really, away from that, I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. Now, like, and when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable. You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there. Yeah. Right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
Well, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this.
They see it.
Nah, you see this. They want to act like that. Oh, we got nothing to do with that. Fifth week.
Jay-Z is back in the headlines after a new lawsuit placed his name into the expanding legal storm surrounding Diddy. At the same time, 50 Cent continues to publicly apply pressure, calling attention to anyone connected to the unfolding situation that Diddy's legal problems are growing rapidly. His legal team is now asking for long delays that could push the case years into the future. New court documents suggest the number of people affected may be much larger than first believed, signaling that this case is far from finished. Adding to the seriousness, Cassie has confirmed she will testify, a move that could carry major weight in the proceedings. As events continue to develop, more well-known figures are being linked to the case, pulling additional celebrities into a situation that shows no signs of slowing down.
Offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. Stop it, look. You set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think's happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on there for him. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, maybe I take you shopping and I get you some flash and you could give me the hood. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the way. Certain things they let it go by because it's Puff. He wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway.
All these years, you've been the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They say you're a hater. They say you're
crazy. Yeah, and now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurt.
50 Cent has unexpectedly emerged as one of the strongest sources of pressure facing Diddy, refusing to stay quiet while calling out what he sees as suspicious connections and behavior. He has made it clear he plans to keep highlighting anyone linked to the controversy. During a recent podcast appearance, 50 shared a story involving Meek Mill, claiming Meek was seen wearing coordinated outfits with Diddy at a party. 50 explained that he had been invited to the same gathering, but chose not to attend after feeling uncomfortable about the situation. According to 50, Diddy had previously invited him on a shopping trip, an offer he turned down right away after sensing something wasn't right. Meek, however, accepted a similar invitation, reportedly believing the association could help his career. In hindsight, that decision has drawn attention and raised new questions as the spotlight around Diddy continues to grow.
Yeah, and it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaires lunch. Yeah, you understand?
Right.
And we here together, and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else. To us, black excellence. Right.
When Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
He ain't show up.
He has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. He got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures with him. Thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely, he's been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position.
You can look at that as say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much.
Jay-Z is also remaining in public view as his name continues to surface alongside the ongoing controversy. For many years, he and Beyonce have shared visible ties with Diddy, often moving within the same elite circles of the music industry. According to comments from 50 Cent and other industry voices, these relationships highlight long-standing power dynamics within hip-hop. Some critics suggest that the bond between Jay-Z and Beyonce is shaped more by shared business interests than personal closeness, with all three figures connected through overlapping ventures and influence. It's not surprising that Jay-Z keeps being drawn back into the conversation. As scrutiny grows, these long-standing associations are now being examined more closely than ever.
Who was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent. And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he's gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take the, but he won't you.
Diddy, to me, is the fall guy. We are still seeing a major effort to protect the big.
50 Cent shows no signs of easing up as he continues to shine a light on prominent figures connected to Diddy. Calling out names like Meek Mill and Jay-Z appears to be only the first step in what he suggests is a much broader effort. He has made it clear that he plans to keep digging into the circle around Diddy and expose additional links as they surface. According to 50, the public has only seen the beginning, and more names could soon enter the conversation as he pushes further into what he describes as a much larger network.
You better believe it. Shout out Def Jam, be the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay?
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter. Okay? I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know?
Looking back at the people who were regularly seen around Diddy in 2010, the shift is hard to ignore. Many former party regulars have since created distance, now speaking as if the close friendships never existed. At the time, well-known figures like Busta Rhymes, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Usher were often photographed by his side. Years later, in May 2018, another moment added to the growing questions. An incident at Trump's National Doral Golf Course in Miami led to the property being temporarily closed after a serious disturbance involving Jonathan Audi. He later alleged that his involvement with Diddy had included control and mistreatment, claims that drew renewed attention to past associations as more information continues to surface. Earlier connections from that era are being re-examined. The expanding list of names linked to Diddy during those years is prompting many to ask why so many once close allies have since stepped away so quickly.
Combs is facing new accusations of human trafficking as he awaits his federal trial. In a civil case filed in Florida April 1st, Joseph Manzaro alleges, according to court documents obtained by E! News, that he was drugged, transported against his will, and sexually maimed as a victim of a coercive and organized criminal enterprise facilitated by Combs and others back in 2015, and named celebs such as Beyonce, Jay-Z, and LeBron James as witnesses in the lawsuit. In his filing, Manzaro says the alleged events took place in April 2015. He states that he lost consciousness after feeling a, quote, greasy substance resembling Vaseline as he opened the front door to his home, after which he says he was transported to another residence, where an associate of Combs allegedly told him that the music mogul wanted him brought to a freak-off event. Manzaro alleges in the suit he was secretly transferred to the music producer's home through a concealed tunnel allegedly connected to Gloria Estefan and Emilio Estefan's Miami property. He alleges that upon regaining partial consciousness, he found himself inside a large party area upon information and belief that it was a birthday party for Combs' then 17-year-old son Christian Combs. There, he was allegedly forced to appear in a penis mask. The lawsuit states, Jay-Z and Beyonce Knowles Carter were seated in the room, and upon seeing Manzaro, Beyonce Knowles Carter asked, "What's this? What's this all about? Why is this half-naked white man with a penis mask standing here in front of me?" Manzaro alleges in the lawsuit that he was then forcibly paraded through multiple rooms filled with people who were jeering and taunting him.
High-profile individuals, including Jacob Arabo, Jay-Z, Gloria Estefan, LeBron James, and Beyonce Knowles Carter, are identified as witnesses due to their presence or knowledge of the events surrounding the freak-off orchestrated by defendant Diddy. Wow. And freak-off, of course, is something that we've heard many times before, both in Combs' criminal case and other civil cases, to describe these prolonged sexual episodes, usually with sex workers. But Manzaro is suing Sean Combs. He is suing a man named Eric Mejias. He is suing Brendan Paul, who's been described in another lawsuit as Sean Combs' drug mule, Emilio Estefan, who is married to pop superstar Gloria Estefan, and Adria English, who filed her own lawsuit against Sean Combs, claiming she too was a victim of sex trafficking. By the way, it's interesting he's not suing these other celebrities that I mentioned, like Jay-Z and Beyonce and Gloria Estefan, possibly because he doesn't believe their alleged liability amounted to a civil claim, but seems to want to call them as witnesses at a trial, although I have to imagine they will do everything in their power to quash any subpoena should this case progress, and we'll talk a little bit more about whether or not.
A newly filed civil lawsuit has now brought additional high-profile names into the spotlight, including Jay-Z, Beyonce, and LeBron James. The complaint claims they were present at an event hosted by Diddy, where a man says he was seriously mistreated. The individual bringing the lawsuit, Joseph Monero, alleges that during an incident in 2015 he was drugged, taken to another location against his will, and harmed as part of what he describes as an organized effort linked to Diddy and others. These allegations have not been proven and are currently working their way through the court system. As the legal process continues, the case appears to be expanding rather than slowing down. Investigators are still reviewing details, and additional names could surface as more information comes to light. Many are now watching closely. hoping the courts will determine the facts and ensure accountability if any wrongdoing is confirmed.
It's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I see them now. Some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all the memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that, man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff. But you know that one, it was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
You were dating J-Lo. Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome, and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true? You really heard that? What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
The unusual behavior surrounding Diddy isn't limited to the music industry. Several well-known Hollywood figures have also been linked to his social circle, drawing renewed attention as the situation unfolds. Names like Will Smith and Jennifer Lopez have long been rumored to move within the same private circles, making their recent remarks stand out even more. For years, stories about Will Smith and Jay-Z attending Diddy's exclusive gatherings have circulated quietly, even becoming the subject of late-night jokes. At the time, Will chose not to respond. Now, his decision to speak publicly suggests a shift in awareness, as more people realize that any past connection to Diddy could bring unexpected scrutiny amid the ongoing legal developments.
Worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got shit in my past. I'm not.
Dude, everybody got a little bit.
Look,
I took
a pill. But it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the happened. What the is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drinks. I gave me the drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work?
What the yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty good. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, this is the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
just
for people to feel like you would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip-hop culture could think that everybody in hip-hop culture is with that shit.
Standing apart from many others in that circle, 50 Cent maintains that he has nothing to conceal and no troubling past tied to the controversy. He argues that plenty of people in entertainment were aware of what went on at Diddy's gatherings, yet still chose to attend without hesitation. 50 Cent his approach was very different. He claims he deliberately kept his distance, trusting his instincts and steering clear of situations that didn't feel right. According to him, that decision was intentional, as he wanted no association with anything questionable and made a clear choice to stay away from that world entirely.
About P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right? I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now, and then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what's going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go into the 90s and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries, they went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood. And
I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily...
Another high-profile figure now linked to the unfolding story is Leonardo DiCaprio. While he frequently makes headlines for his relationships, the current focus is on his reported presence at multiple Diddy-hosted events. These appearances have sparked curiosity and raised questions as the situation continues to develop, putting additional celebrity connections under the spotlight.
Docuseries that you've been working on. Diddy do it?
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle. You weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way he would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like, when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like, when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations. It's kind of interesting. I think that civil suit turned into a look. They looked at it like maybe it's a criminal situation,
right?
A little early, and it could have been the same lobbyists and the same people that use their connections to make that happen for Puff.
Is that kind of why you was going hard on him the last couple years? Is it because of the liquor situation? Because, to be honest, since the situation he's in now, it's kind of like you fell back on him. Was this all over the liquor, or you just said?
Well, most of that was motivation. That was competing,
right?
For, with brands, and he was ahead of me.
Right.
Because he had been working on Ciroc and stuff like that. And then integrating it into our culture with Coco Loso and different things with different people connected to it. So, yeah, that's what that was. But when you look at, he would do a lot of foul shit. Like, behind the scenes, he would do.
Many of the celebrities connected to Diddy are reportedly on edge as 50 Cent's upcoming documentary approaches. He first confirmed the project publicly back in December 2023. And it's set to be released in the coming months. The documentary promises to go beyond surface-level gossip. According to 50, it will examine not only Diddy's alleged actions, but also the broader network of influential figures linked to him. By exploring how these operations supposedly function behind the scenes, the film has many in the industry bracing for potentially explosive revelations.
And that's what they f***ed up at. You can tell me Puff went away for a long time, bro, but do you not hear the of Meek Mill? Do you not hear all of the shake it off, take that of Will Smith? Can you not give me the Oh God, oh God, oh God of TD Jakes. Oh. I just don't want to be in the room where niggas be actually doing this, man, because that's crazy for a real Crip to pull up and be like, yo, my nigga, like, check this out. Like, I really heard Carl Winslow in there. Like, yo, I was like, yo, getting slapped like that. Slap. Who was he begging this out like a... Next thing you know, he walk in there and it's actually my mother.
Is Diddy a dangerous man?
Nah, you missed the fact that was my mom. Like, that was Jaguar Wright getting... It's Carl Winslow, you know.
I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place.
Several more big names have now been linked to Diddy, including Usher, Odell Beckham Jr., Terrence Howard, and Justin Bieber, and the list continues to expand. Even Orlando Brown, known for his unpredictable history, has repeatedly claimed he knows the hidden truths about some industry figures who, in his view, led private lives very different from their public personas. 50 Cent has hinted that some of these celebrities may have compromised their principles or carefully crafted images in exchange for career opportunities. Terrence Howard once described it as sacrificing authenticity for fame and success. Now, many of these figures appear concerned that past decisions could come back to haunt them as the spotlight intensifies.
Where did that come? How did that? Of all questions,
When did you miss that train?
How did that go?
That train might have left the
That
station,
train took
but
off
you
from
were
the
right
station.
there.
Yeah,
You
that
were
train-
right there to
that
get on
train
that.
took off from the station for sure.
You were close.
Yeah. I wasn't at that train station.
You left early? You left early?
No, that was down the street from me. I wasn't there. No.
Did you ever meet Diddy?
Yo, what the
Bro, yo, I forgot you
He's like,
actually
yo,
might have.
I've seen pictures with you.
Cassie has officially been confirmed as one of the government's key witnesses, marking a major development that adds significant pressure on Diddy. She is said to have had direct insight into how his operations were conducted, and the details she can provide are expected to be difficult for him to challenge. The Escon deal noted. Cassie's civil case was instrumental in advancing the larger investigation, and her upcoming testimony is now anticipated to be one of the most critical elements in building the ongoing criminal case. This confirmation underscores just how serious the legal proceedings have become.
A little bit more about what we know of Dr. Dawn Hughes. So it's in an exhibit that was filed in this case, and it's called Disclosure as to Expert Witness Dawn M. Hughes, PhD, ABPP. Dr. Hughes is a clinical psychologist and a board-certified forensic psychologist and a leading expert on sexual abuse, interpersonal violence, victimization, and traumatic stress. The following includes the anticipated opinions the government expects Dr. Hughes will offer regarding sexual abuse and victim responses to sexual abuse, coercive control, coping strategies during and in relation to sexual abuse, delayed disclosure, and memory of sexual abuse. Quote, the government expects that Dr. Hughes will testify about coercive control as a tactic of victimization, i.e. the state to process of becoming a victim, and a strategy to gain dominance across a spectrum of relationships. Coercive control often includes a variety of physical, sexual, and/or emotional tactics that together function to control the victim. Allegations implicate dozens of unidentified witnesses and alleged co-conspirators around the world, and some of the key witnesses to the supposed incidents are dead. Basically meaning, how can we defend against it? The defense is not even permitted to share the identities of the individuals described in the disclosure letter with Mr. Combs until April 18th, further hampering defense counsel's ability to investigate. Collectively, these new allegations require many months, if not years, to investigate, and if admitted, would require a series of mini trials, certain to double the length of a trial the government originally said would last 3 weeks. So this is an explosive allegation that on its face, I don't know if I necessarily disagree with. If they are bringing in evidence of uncharged conduct, wouldn't the defense have an opportunity to investigate it and challenge it? It seems like they're making a point. So if this evidence is allowed,
50 Cent may be the only one daring enough to pull back the curtain on the entire situation. His upcoming documentary, Did He Do It?, is on the way, and when it premieres, it could send shockwaves through the entertainment world. This story is far from over, and the fallout has the potential to be enormous. The next chapter could reveal more than anyone anticipates. Keep watching closely, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on what could become one of the most talked about celebrity scandals of this era.